Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of College Ball with J Dog. I'm back like I never left. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. I got a good show lined up for you. Make sure you do that YouTube stuff for me before we get started. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. If you do 2 or 3, 4 of them, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the bell, go up, hit all. It'll help you get my videos, and hit that like button for me. Get in the comment section so we can go back and forth about what you agree with, what you don't agree with. We can debate, we can talk, we can do whatever. Guys, it's 11 days till kickoff. 4 days till week 0. I can't wait. It's like this week's dragging ass because I'm ready to watch some football, y'all. The NFL preseason just don't do it for me. I don't know if it does it for y'all, but it don't for me. I'm ready to watch some real ball that matters. I'll be ready. I'll be up, ready to go Saturday for Iowa State, Kansas State, and I'll watch the other scrub games too, just because that's the type of person I am. I watch from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. It'll be a good little fix until we get to week 1. Y'all, week 1, we got games. We got Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got 5 straight days of college football once week 1 gets here, y'all. I'm going to have shows about it. We're going to do our bets. We're going to go over the games. We're going to do all that. So make sure you're locked in with me. Let's get into it. First thing, if y'all want to, join my Facebook page. That way we can all debate and talk on there. College Ball J Dog. All you got to do is add yourself to it. It's a public page. Like I said, the only thing that you're not allowed to do on there is talk crap about people's kids or get stuff off their personal Facebook. Anything else goes. So, first things up, I want to go over my playoff predictions. I've been promising y'all for a few days now. Finally got my graphic ready. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the one thing I want to switch on here that I didn't do is I need to switch Alabama and Tennessee on there. I got Tennessee at 8, Alabama at 6. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted to put Tennessee at 6 and Alabama at 8, just because I think we will beat Alabama this year in Tuscaloosa for the first time in a while. But either way, these are my teams I got in. Like I said, I ain't picking a national champ. I'm just giving you my teams I think's going to make it. So my group of 5 team at 12, I got Tulane. Tulane has a rough schedule, y'all. They play Ole Miss, and they got another Power 4 team. Will the committee respect that if they win all their other games? Not sure, but I think Tulane's the best group of 5 team they are. And when they added Retzlaff from BYU, I think that helped them a lot. I've got Oregon at 5, Miami at 9, Tennessee at 8, Georgia Tech. I've not seen many people have Georgia Tech in their playoffs, but I think Georgia Tech's going to be a hell of a team this year. I like Haynes King. I like Brent Key as their coach. They was on one of my 5 most underrated teams going into the season list. Alabama at 6, Kansas State at 10, Penn State at 7, and my first 4, I got Clemson at 4, Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 3, Texas at 2. If you don't know, this year, they're not doing the automatic qualifying for the conference champs. All conference champs do get in. But they're doing 1 through 12, where you're ranked. So you're not going to have the crap happen this year like you did last year, where Boise State, a group of 5 team, was going to get a first-round bye. That's not how it's going to work this year, and I'm glad, because no way in the world should Boise State have got a first-round bye. And last year, if they just seeded on 1 through 12 like they are this year, Tennessee would have got a home game instead of playing on the road at Ohio State. Honestly, these are some intriguing matchups, y'all. If the playoffs did fall like this, Tennessee and Miami, I mean, that's 2 top programs, that'd be huge. Like I said, I do think I should flip Tennessee and Alabama. I got Georgia at 1. I think Tennessee finally gets them this year at home, but I think they win out besides that. I like Texas beating Ohio State first game of the year. I think Ohio State don't lose again. I think Texas loses to Georgia. So that's why I have that playing out. I got Clemson. They lose to either LSU or slip up somewhere along the line. So I got them at 4. Clemson has a favorable schedule besides South Carolina. South Carolina was a team I thought was a fringe team. I just think their schedule's a little too tough. I think they end up in the 8-4, 9-3 range, even though they're a really good team. Kansas State, Penn State, that could be a good game. Kansas State's a physical football team, likes to play kind of the same style Penn State does, run the ball, play defense. So y'all tell me a team I've got in there that y'all don't think I should have in there, and you tell me a team that I've got in there you don't think I should have in there. A lot of people's not high on Tennessee this year. I'm higher on them than some people are. Some people still high on them. Some ain't. So that's my playoff picks. I'm going to go over one Michigan guy got hurt. Babaloa. Unfortunately, he got hurt. He's their 5-star tackle. I hate that he got hurt. He's probably going to start at tackle this year. But that's kind of just how things go, unfortunately. I hate it for him. He's 5-star. He's pretty sure he's number 2 offensive tackle in the country behind David Sanders. Y'all, this Darnell dude, it's disgusting. He's probably out for the year. And this guy says, great news, karma for cheating. I mean, come on. I hate Michigan. I think they should have got punished more than they did. But I'm not wishing injury on any kid, y'all. I would never wish injury on nobody. I hate fans that do. I mean, these are 18. At the end of the day, these are 18, 22-year-old kids. Why you'd wish injury on them is beyond me. That just shows what type of person you are. Like I said, I can't stand Michigan. I can't stand that they cheated. I can't stand none of the – I just never liked Michigan even before then. But I would not wish a season-ending injury on anybody. That's just not how college ball should be. Hate your rivals. Give them hell. But don't wish injury on nobody's players, y'all. I've got Savion Hyder, y'all. He made his decision. He made the wrong decision, but he made his decision. Michigan got bad news and good news today. They lost their 5-star tackle for the season, but they got the number 1 running back in the country. He picked Michigan over Tennessee. Look, y'all, I've told y'all I've been high on them coming to Tennessee. I thought we was going to land them today. So from the insiders, I'm no insider. I don't have no damn connections or nothing, but I pay attention to VolQuest, all these other sites that give you inside information. And from what I was told and what I've seen, when Hyder come on his official visit in July, we got the last visit when he left. He told Tennessee he was coming to Tennessee. That's why I kept telling y'all I think he lands at Tennessee. But apparently in the last week or so, he ghosted us and went and talked to the coaching staff. Pick Michigan. It sucks. It is what it is. We're not hurting a running back. We got young running backs. Besides, Star Thomas is the only running back we're going to lose this year, so it's not a big blow. It sucks to not get him. He would have excelled in this offense. I mean, he'd have been the most talented running back we've had under Josh Heupel by far. But it's not a huge blow. And another thing, just because you're committed don't mean you're going to stay committed. I mean, it's a long time till December, y'all. Right now, it's just all commitments. Obviously, we get excited when we get somebody, but even when we get somebody, don't mean they're going to be here come December. It's a long ways away. A lot can happen. early sign days in December, so we'll keep an eye out, see if anything changes with him. As of right now, he went to the Cheaters in Michigan. I wanted to cover that. I didn't want to cover it after I was at work today watching it. He picked Michigan. I cut the crap off. So I don't know anything else that happened. So up next, y'all, I got 4 boomer bust teams in the SEC. Number 4. Number 1 we're going over. Tennessee. This is from Saturday Down South. They said they debated even putting Tennessee on this list, but at the core, the Vols are a definition of unpredictable heading into the season. It starts at the most important position in football. Joey Aguilar was named a starter for Tennessee Sunday night and will lead the Vols against Syracuse on August 30th. I'm of the belief he'll have a better season than most are expecting. I'm with them. But I can also accept the reality that Aguilar has had a very up and down career throwing the football, which technically, as last year, wasn't as good as the year before at Appalachian State, but also he was having to play hero ball because he was behind a lot. So you take it with a grain of salt. Every major receiver from last season, apart from Chris Broswell, is gone, which doesn't make his job any easier. The run game with 3 good backs and what should be a good but not good but great offensive line should be a primary strength for the Vols. See, a lot of people are down on our offensive line. I agree with this person. Our offensive line is going to be better than it's been under Heupel since he's been here. Tim Banks' defense is far from the biggest worry on the team, but replacing James Pierce Jr., Omar Norman Lott along the defensive line is no easy task. Jamon McCoy is one of the best corners in football when healthy, but his status to start the season is currently questionable. What if that injury lingers? We're deep at corner. I'm not that worried about. Obviously, Jamon McCoy is one of the best in the country. Whoever replaces him, will they be quite as good as him? Probably not. But I still think we got a no-fly zone in the secondary. We're deep. It's probably the best secondary we've had, especially if McCoy comes back healthy. If Aguilar flops and the Vols become entirely one-dimensional like Oklahoma did last year, this team could easily lose 5 or 6 games. No way at all we lose 5 or 6 games. I don't care if Aguilar does flop. If the passing attack clicks, the Vols objectively have one of the more complete units in the league and could go 10-2 or better with one of the tamer schedules in the SEC. We don't have an easy schedule, but we don't have one of the hardest either. Anytime you got Georgia and Bama on your schedule and even on the road to Florida, Oklahoma on the schedule, it's not easy. There's no easy. Besides Missouri, Missouri has a pretty easy SEC schedule, but there's no easy SEC schedules, period. I see the Vols as a 9-win team, the way the schedule plays out, which is why I debated including Tennessee on a boom or bust list in the first place. While 6, 6, 7, and 5 is certainly on the table for the Vols, I lean towards Tennessee surprising a few people. Prediction, boom. So they think we're going to be better than a lot of people do. I think we're going to be better. A lot of people are picking the under on our 8.5, so they think we're only going to win 8. I agree with that we're going to be better than that, but that's why you play the games, y'all. Up next on the list, you got Auburn. The argument for and against Auburn revolves around 2 individuals, Coach Hugh Freeze and quarterback Jackson Arnold. On paper, this is the most talented Tigers team in a long time. The receiving core is strong. Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, and Malcolm Simmons. Keldrick Falk is one of the best pass rushers in America. The trenches should be improved from last year, which will in part help the run game with Damari Austin and Jeremiah Cobb itching to break out. There's plenty of experience to build off of in the secondary, but it all goes back to Freeze and Arnold. All that power is good for nothing if there isn't enough weight on the tires. So Auburn, I'm not sold on Auburn, y'all. I'm not a believer in Freeze, really. He had a couple of decent years at Ole Miss. Even he beat Alabama back-to-back years, but still went 9-4 those years. He won at Liberty, but if reports are believed, the Tigers have convoluted plan of attack when it comes to calling plays. With 3 different coaches set to call first, second, and third down, that's absolutely crazy. How do you get in any rhythm calling plays when you got 3 different coaches calling plays on each down? Is absolutely crazy. That's not streamlining anything for Arnold, who could not have had a worse freshman season in Oklahoma. The former 5-star appears to need confidence and simplicity in a big way, and I'm just not a believer that Freeze and Auburn staff can deliver. Prediction, bust. I agree with that. So up next, we got Oklahoma. If I can get that up, there we go. 2025 is a very important year for Oklahoma. Brent Venables has posted a pair of 6-win seasons since arriving in Norman back in 2022. Last season was just depressing. Jackson Arnold didn't pan out, to say the least. Injuries plagued the offense, which caused the Sooners to limp to 6 wins. Needless to say, some changes have been made. OC Ben Arbuckle and quarterback John Mateer are from Pullman, Washington, looking to revive the Sooners offense. Jay Knott, a shifty back who totaled 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns in 2023, also joins from out west. Via Cal, the receivers, apart from Deion Burks, are brand new. On the other side of the ball, star linebacker Danny Stutzman and safety Billy Bowman are off to the NFL, but there's reason to believe Brent Venables will still have a solid unit with R. Mason Thomas, Kip Lewis, and Eli Bowman as leaders. So last year, Oklahoma was riddled with injuries. I mean, their offense was absolutely boom or bust. I mean, it was absolutely terrible. So they're definitely a boom or bust team. Sounds like a lot of good, right? Let's get to the schedule. Oklahoma faces absolute gauntlet in 2025, one of the toughest schedules in the country. Michigan looms in non-conference. Texas and Dallas is always tough. The Sooners face road games against Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, all hard places to play. Then, of course, there's LSU, Mizzou, and tough to predict Auburn on the docket in Norman. That schedule paired with a quarterback who is jumping up in competition with receivers who are all new to the system is a lot to overcome. I understand the argument that Oklahoma is ready to break out this season with Mateer's obvious talent at quarterback. If the schedule wasn't so brutal, maybe I'd be on board, but there's just too much that needs to gel. Prediction, bust. I'm going to agree. I think Oklahoma can get to 7, maybe 8 wins, but is that enough to keep Venables around? I'm not sure. You got 3 seasons of 7, 8 wins or less in Oklahoma. I mean, that's not going to bode well for you. Obviously, Oklahoma wants to win. They've been a winner for years, and they're not going to put up with losing, so we'll see about Oklahoma. I'll just get this out of the way early. I believe in Florida's vision. The Gators can contend for a spot in the college football playoff this year. DJ Lagway has special potential under center, especially behind the offensive line. That should be among the best in the nation. Running back Jaden Boss, criminally underrated. There's talent in the wide receiver room with Trey Wilson, primed for a breakout year. J. Michael Sturdivant is another solid option, transferring in from UCLA, and Dallas Wilson is a 5-star freshman who can contribute immediately. Finally, 7 stars return on defense after noticeable improvement from start to end of last season. So why are the Gators number 1 on my list of boom or bust options in the SEC this year? DJ Lagway's help, paired with the very toughest schedule in college football, full stop. Florida does probably have the hardest schedule in the conference and in the nation. So that's why I'm not buying the hype on Florida myself. And DJ Lagway's history with injury from last year, even into spring and fall, they've got him practicing now, but is he 100%? Will he stay 100%? Lagway's health paired with the toughest schedule. If you thought Oklahoma's schedule was hard, you've seen nothing yet. If you're this far in the article, you probably know it all too well. Anyways, at LSU, at Miami, at Texas A&M, at Ole Miss versus Texas, Georgia, and Tennessee. I mean, y'all, at in Florida State, if they're a little improved, I mean, that's a gauntlet. There's no way Florida wins more than 7 or 8 games with that schedule. I hate to be that guy, but I mean, that's a freaking gauntlet, y'all. Even at Kentucky won't be a walk in the park, y'all, but by my estimation, the Gators get just 3 breaks all year versus LIU, South Florida, Mississippi State. The first 2 are the Gators' first games of the season. Mississippi State, you never know in the SEC, y'all. I mean, I'm down on Mississippi State too, but any team can catch you off guard if you don't come to play. Finally, Lagway's health concerns are well documented. Harrison Bailey is not exactly an elite option behind him. The Gators boast one of the most talented rosters in the sport, but it also falls apart without quarterback against that schedule. If Lagway's injury issues crop up once again early in the season, the Gators might as well just pack it all up. Last year, you got to see what DJ got. They say, boom, with Florida. I'm disagreeing. I think it's a bust. To say their roster is one of the most talented in the country, I disagree with that as well. They've been behind Tennessee. So, I mean, I know you got the portal and stuff, but I'm just not sold on Napier, y'all. He's called Sunbelt Billy for a reason. So I think they bust as well. The only team on that list I think booms is Tennessee. I mean, I guess you could say I got orange-colored glasses on, drinking orange Kool-Aid, whatever you want to say. But I just don't see Florida doing it with that schedule, even if they are talented. I mean, that schedule is absolutely brutal. Maybe next year it'll be a little easier. I'm not sure. I did not mean to click that. So y'all tell me, out of that list, who do you think booms? Who do you think busts? I mean, one of them's liable to boom. Besides Tennessee, it's just hard to see it happening. Especially Auburn, they've been just a crap show, and with 3 guys calling plays on one guy on first, one on second, one on third. What the hell are they doing down there? How are you going to get in any rhythm calling plays doing it like that? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. I've heard of co-offense coordinators, but having a different guy call each down, that's freaking absolutely crazy, y'all. So, Heupel had a press conference today after they scrimmaged. I'm going to go over a few of those notes off of my phone. I'm not going to pull them up because I don't want to go over absolutely all of it. I just want to go over a couple things. They asked him if he has to change anything based on the size and play style of a new Tennessee quarterback. He said, ultimately, in the pass game, there are certain things they may be most confident in as your game plan week to week. That's part of it, but some things you just put it in to attack certain things you see on film. You try to get them to understand why behind it offensively. It changes year to year, which it does. I mean, obviously, even with the same quarterback, you're going to add some new stuff because people's done seen it. So you want to add new things, keep defenses guessing. So what Aguilar did during the summer and training camp to win the starting job, he said, first of all, the entire room competed at a really high level. You're getting a lot of coach speak from Heupel as usual. They pushed each other in a positive way in the meeting room, out of the practice field. I think our team has great confidence in all those guys. Joey, through the course of training camp, each and every day, continued to grow, take steps, and understand what we were doing. And the comfort level, played well in scrimmages, had command, and that ultimately led to the decision we made. So he just outplayed the other guys, which we all expected because of his experience. But I think, like I said, I think McIntyre ends up beating out Merklinger as the season goes on. Once he gets a little more experience under his belt, he's just too talented to leave off the field next year. Helmer pays on Brandon, probably take the job, which means, unfortunately for Aguilar, he's going to be the odd man, not Aguilar, but Merklinger is going to end up being the odd man out, y'all. I mean, I hate it because he's worked his ass off, but sometimes that's just the way life works. Hopefully he can go start somewhere else, and I could be wrong on that. But from the talk of camp, Aguilar's been the guy, and Merklinger has really been the third guy behind McIntyre. I mean, McIntyre just needs to put on some weight, get a little more experience. Let's see. What else did we go over? He asked the health of the wide receivers. He said Mike has been with us for a long time. There were a couple of days where we limited him. Chris has been with us here the last few days. Braylon was with us the last day as well. So, like I've told y'all, it's basically just holding guys out for precautionary reasons. You want them healthy for the season. He didn't really say nothing about what happened during the scrimmage, so I just thought I'd go over them couple of notes with y'all. That's the show for today. Unfortunately, we didn't get Hyder. We're still working on keys. And tomorrow, I'm going to probably... I got a few things I want to go over. I'm not sure if I'm going to do my predictions tomorrow for week 0 or if I'm going to wait till Thursday. So just tune in, see what we go over tomorrow. I appreciate y'all tuning in on y'all's way out. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Trying to get to 100 for the season starts, which is week 1, not week 0. We're at 47, I think. Help me get there. I appreciate y'all. As always, go Vols.